Hello, Pirate Council. May our tall tales please you. When last we left our heroes, they were making their way through the coastal town of Meribottom here to attend a bit of a festival. Unfortunately, something otherworldly called in the middle of the night and saw them attempting to throw themselves into the ocean, where they were attacked by evil fishmen. They assaulted the mayor's manor, which led them further into the chapel on top of the hill where the Lighthouse stands, where they interrupted some cultish dealings and sort of lay waste to everyone within. At that point, in last session in particular, our brave crew split up, with Cillian and Yama heading into the subterranean crypt below the church, only to find it barring their path at every turn. But thanks to some clever thinking, some brute force, and help from a safecracker, our heroes managed to free a djinn and kill a grey slard. But they are no closer to finding out the final goal of the cult of Dagon. Meanwhile, Pauly and Karu, conveniently because their players weren't here last week, went to check in on the Smooth Sailing Inn to make sure everyone was okay. Karu and Pauly, give us a bit of flavor on what that looks like as you kind of head through the desolate town. Pauly had taken out someone who was going to poison everyone in the inn, but you thought perhaps we better go check on these guys anyway.
Yeah. I feel like maybe like Pauly's using this as an excuse to get a drink in, like a mid-adventure drink in, you know?
Yep.
That's the actual reason. He doesn't really care if these people are okay or not, you know, like, it's easier to steal their stuff when they're dead.
Do we like on our way back, like maybe rob any empty houses?
I mean, at least one, if it looks rich.
Yeah, fair.
I think it as
Cool.
well, on your way through the streets, it's still kind of dark with the rain kind of pattering down. It's getting to around sort of midday or afternoon. And lights are off in all the houses, but you do see a sort of sickly yellow glow. As you come out, as you emerge from one of the streets into one of the sort of crossing ways. And as you kind of inch closer, you see a couple of fish creatures on two legs, big teeth, and with sort of that angular light above their head, and their eyes completely whited out.
Right.
Cool.
What do you do?
I suggest we don't say hello to them.
No, I'd say to avoid them.
So perhaps a bit of extra time is added to your journey as you skirt around the streets. They don't seem to see you in the gloom, and with your night vision goggles and Karu, your inbuilt sort of dark vision, accustomed to moist environments, you easily kind of skirt around them. They seem to be mostly just milling about in ones and twos at different parts of the streets. You get back to the Smooth Sailing Inn, where you run into the people who are here. Obviously, Terza and the Golden Guardians, Matthias Creel of the Emerald Trading Company, and Yandel Fenn, the I think the trader and sort of sculptor. They all sort of look up, weapons drawn as you enter into the inn itself, but those weapons are lowered as soon as they see who it is.
You guys good? You guys having a good night? Yeah? Chilling?
The day has been dark and long and miserable, Terza says to you, and the innkeep has not returned.
Could have been turned into a fish, man.
Most likely, yeah. A lot of the townspeople are actually cultists, it turns out, and they're really willing to murder anyone who doesn't believe in their god.
Interesting. Is the entire town corrupted?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. She looks to her companions and says, "We must go house to house."
And do what?
Drive out this corruption with steel.
It could be something that could maybe be done? Like,
You
what are you talking like?
You said that everyone in the town was a cultist.
Look. Some of them are cultists, some of them are tied up so they don't get turned into fish people. So I think, like, you got some, like, major parties who are cultist fish people, and then other ones who, like, you know, are normal.
Fish people.
So how do we tell the cultists from the victims?
I mean, a good bet's probably if they're not tied up.
Also, like, the way they talk, like, if they seem like they particularly like this Dagon guy, like, that's a pretty good sign that maybe they are following Dagon willingly. But also, like, I don't know.
You definitely catch sort of recognition in Terza's one good eye, the elven captain. She definitely knows what Dagon means. And there's sort of, yeah, definitely kind of a flash of horror across her face.
You know who Dagon is?
Oh, yes. We have to get off this island.
What, and just leave the people here?
Ideally, if we can, perhaps we can try and get the boats ready in this weather. But we should not stay here if we can't tell friend from foe, we might need to report this and come back with a greater force.
I mean, look,
like,
we kind of been tearing through them, to be honest. They're not that strong.
They also think I'm like a higher up because I look like this, so that kind of helps to placate them. Because
Yay, human racism!
Hey, it's like they think I keep playing the "I'm here to inspect how well you're all going" card, and for the most part they're buying it. But I also, don't you think, like, trying to share, like, Dagon is a sea god. Do you really think, like, going out into the sea on your boat right now is a particularly smart idea?
It's certainly not, and it would be perilous, but we are on this island surrounded by sea.
We kind of need to undo what's going on here, I think, before we can leave. If you want to help, maybe, like, we're heading. So we think that a lot of the stuff is happening at the church and the lighthouse. We think the light is doing something that's coming from the lighthouse.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going there. We've already got some of our party members over there. You could either come with us to that, or you could do the door-to-door thing you mentioned, but maybe instead of just killing everything you see, like, I don't know, ask questions, make deductions, see who's a cultist, who maybe isn't. If it's a cultist, maybe just tie it up. Don't kill it, because maybe it could be undone. Maybe they undo their cultistness once they're not under the spell. I think it's a spell. Feels like a spell.
Karu, underneath all those muscles and muscly tentacles, you're pretty smart.
I'm so smart. Finally, I'm being recognized. It puffs out his chest too. He's like...
Terza then sort of nods at that assessment and says, we shall go see who we can rouse from the town and see if there's anyone still loyal to the prince and the righteous gods. If you can stop this thing, we would certainly be interested in rewarding you for that. I can't speak for the entire church, but I myself would be. You seem mercenary types. I'd be willing to give you 500 gold if you can put an end to this today.
I mean, look, 500 gold is great and all, but a bit more compensation wouldn't be terrible. I mean, if you got a spare boat lying around that you guys don't need.
She looks over at Matthias and his kind of group of mercenaries, and he kind of just like looks away and says, "Me and the lads are going to make a break for it."
Okay.
You guys suck.
She says we have a small brig. We couldn't give you the ship, but if it could be of any aid, we'd certainly pull together and help.
No, it's okay. The 500 gold will be fine. Maybe make it 700 and you got a deal.
The Yandel
persuade
Fen,
them.
well, I think sight unseen, the Yandel Fen, the sculptor you were talking to the night before, will say, I'll help, and offers up a small bag of coins, 200 gold, to bring the total to 700.
Hell yeah. Done. All right. I reckon we can do that. What do you think, Karu?
Yeah, easy pie.
I'm going to whisper to Karu, we were going to do it anyway. This is basically free money.
Good job haggling up to 700.
Thanks. Absolutely loud enough that they can hear.
Yeah.
I think
100%.
and did Pauly get a chance, because I know he was casing it already, did Pauly steal anything from these people the night before?
Not yet. No, I really wanted to, but not yet. No.
Fine. So they do not ask you to find their missing items either. And they still have all their money to be able to pay you.
Yeah, no, not yet.
Yeah.
There's definitely a plan. Speaking of, who died again?
I think a couple of the guards died.
Damn. No one who actually had value. Okay.
No named NPCs, no.
Yeah.
All right. So the two of you kind of, after checking in on everyone, it sounds like Matthias and his people are going to make a break for their ship and try and sail it out of here. And the storm has abated somewhat, but it is still raining and kind of miserable with the wind. But they look like they're going to risk it. They don't want to deal with this shit. And you head back. You head back up to the chapel on top of the hill. Karu and Pauly, Pauly, you're able to show Karu the sort of catacombs, or the sepulchre, where you prevented that assassin from getting all the poison and stuff.
Yep.
And the two of you make your way down. On your way to there, I think there's an awkward moment where you bump into a tiefling man who looks a little like this.
Ooh, little hot boy.
And he's kind of he's got his hood up and he's looking at like a rolled up, he's sort of unrolled a parchment, almost like the equivalent of just like on his phone as he walks past you. And he kind of just bumps into you slightly and sees you too and is just like, oh hey, sorry, and just kind of continues on through the town.
He didn't look that murderable. Should we have stolen his stuff?
No, wait, what? We should have asked him to come with us. He was hot.
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta let the hot boys go, okay? He looked like he was busy, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, he looked robbable, but, busy.
We don't... Yeah, he seemed pretty wrapped up in that parchment. Maybe he'll still be there. Maybe he'll be on the ship that we eventually steal. Who knows?
Agreed.
You see him climb onto your ship, sail it away.
Piece of shit.
Oh no, now we got to chase after the hot tiefling. Wang.
Oh, no.
Stuff all the prep you've done, Dan. We're taking off.
Yeah. So you descend into this cavernous room, and I've kind of unpaused everything so you can move around if you wish to. Just don't go too far. Perhaps the warping of the echoes is due to the intricate carvings on the walls. The walls, ceiling, and floor are covered with images of marine creatures, immense claws snapping humans in half, while tentacles the size of redwoods wrap themselves about shattered galleons. Winding through the center of it all along the floor is a series of impossibly long serpents with heads on both ends, each biting the throat of the next. So real are the images, you can practically smell the salty tang of the sea. And throughout this, Karu, you certainly recognize that's really jarring for the Twitch camera, by the way.
It looks so bad on Twitch.
Because it keeps trying to resize to keep everyone in frame.
Sorry, Timmy and I clearly had the same idea at the same time. You can move around.
I'm gonna take us straight back to Winnipeg.
Tell us go around.
We'll stop.
You know what? You do it all you want. I'm just gonna remove the map from the.
No,
Twitch
it's
screen.
okay.
No, it's okay. We won't do it again. We had our fun.
You see, in this room, there's sort of statues of mer-like creatures. In fact, in the southern end of this room is sort of a large statue with a tentacle-faced creature holding a trident and a set of scales. And there's a couple of doors.
Is it like
the
weight
west.
scales?
Yes, yeah, the weight scales.
Does that ring a bell in regards to
down over here.
imagery or something?
Ooh,
like
it looks
that?
like Cthulhu.
Yeah, what is that? Whoa!
Ooh, what's this door over here?
Hang on, we're looking at the statue.
Okay.
Holy focus!
Ooh, there's more doors.
I'm not.
So you have a look at the door in front of you, Pauly, and it is locked. There appears to be sort of 7 slots in this door for 7 cubes or keys. And as you stand there pondering it, a shadow dog emerges into the room. Followed closely by Yama and Cillian.
And then Cillian closes the door so that we can't get
Cillian
through.
lets Yama leave and then closes the door.
You're a bit quiet, Dylan. Do you mind if...
There we go. Is that better?
I think that's better.
Hey guys.
Well, you mentioned, or you asked Karu if you recognize some of the symbols in each lock or each sort of depression that is meant to fit something. You see symbols you easily recognize, and had you been here, you may have been able to tell Sorn all about them when he tried to brute force this lock.
Cillian.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Cillian.
just to have a quick nap, and then you can tell Sorn.
Yeah. Okay. So what are these symbols then? To me.
To you. So from top left to top right, it would be the symbol of the Divine Church, the Royal Navy, and the Merchant Council. From bottom left to bottom right, you've got the Amethyst University, the Golden Guardians, and the Pacifica tribes, and in the middle, the symbol of the Prince, the volcano throne, to be exact.
Kind of weird for these symbols to be here, arranged like this.
Absolutely.
I think Karu says that, and then he's like, "These are the different companies on the seas," and he points them out as you pointed them out. He's like, "Why would they be on a door?"
Well, you see,
I don't know, but the things that went in the holes, and then the door opened, and then I did a thing, and then the next room started flooding, and then the door closed behind us. But there's a way through from over here, and I point behind me.
Oh.
Yeah, Sorn points to the things that go in the locks as these 7 cubes.
Where'd you get the cubes from?
From the statue behind it, in front of it. I point.
And you would think it'd be 8, right?
Was it?
Tentacles.
Was it in the scales?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Sick. It's a puzzle.
Yeah. If you light them up, you can see what they are. If you don't light them up, they're just, you can't see colors when you in dark vision. So I had to light a fire by the door. That's why there's some scorch marks over there.
You had to light a fire, or you wanted to light a fire?
I had to light a fire because I needed to see.
In fact, as he brings
though.
the cubes into the light, you can see that they are coloured.
Cool.
Yeah, see?
Cool.
That's cool.
There is a method to my madness sometimes.
That's all right. If you like fire, you like fire. I'm not saying it's bad.
And that way we know
Firebolts
which one
the
goes
opposing
into what.
wall.
So if we open this door, it floods. The room floods.
No, we don't need to go through that door anymore. Just follow me. It's this way now.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't
Hell
think we
yeah! I love
explored
not
everything.
having to do puzzles. This is great.
Yeah,
What
I
was
love
that,
just
Yama?
circumventing everything the DM put together. That's fine.
I already did the puzzle.
I don't like that at all because that means the DM will get grumpy at us and then try to kill Pauly.
Hey,
Fuck
Pauly,
the
how do you...
monsters.
Pauly, there
Huh?
were like so many other doors in that room that we
Was
just
there?
didn't
What?
open.
Yeah, there was another door like over there.
What? Oh, that door was open.
So there's it looks like a Yama-shaped hole and a bunch of rocks that have been cleared away into
Like
a
a,
room,
a cartoon
room
style,
beyond.
you know, like.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
Oh, treasure chest.
yeah, that one's already been looted. Oh, actually,
Man.
one thing I forgot to say, which Terza would give you. Actually, give me a persuasion check because I know you wanted to do one.
Who?
Me.
Pauly, probably.
Yeah, cool. Good.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
It's a dirty girl.
Ooh, look at that! You guys are on the same level.
If it meets, it beats.
Terza says to aid you in your journey, because I think it's going to be difficult going up against a cult. She hands you a magic potion
Cool.
and says, "This may be able to juice up your tiefling friend, but beware that it can have some bad side effects."
Wait, I'm just gonna literally throw it at Cillian the second we see each other. Here you go, buddy.
Caught it. What does it do?
No idea. They said you should drink it though.
I'm gonna make an Arcana check on this potion
Sure,
before I drink it.
sure.
Are you trying to be stealthy about it?
21.
You can definitely feel the weave within this thing. In fact, it's sort of a swirling purple and glittery, and purple and blue and glitter, kind of within, almost like a not a snow globe, but like a gel ball, with a Magic 8 Ball
Lava
style.
lamp.
Yeah, lava lamp kind of style
yeah.
potion. You can feel strong, sort of weave energy in there. Sort of a connection to Mistra is deep within this thing. You think this has the potential to revive some of your arcane power. However, everything you've read about this has told you that this is incredibly dangerous to push your body past this kind of limit.
Roll a d100.
I think I'm picking up what Dan's putting down. I think.
Drink it, drink it,
Drink
drink
it,
it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it.
I'm gonna hold off for now.
Our old mage would have drunk it.
He
He
wouldn't
was
have
way
needed to drink
cooler.
it. He would have just sat down for an hour and got his power back. He doesn't need to sleep for it. Yeah, I'm just gonna put that potion away and add it to my notes of one dangerous potion of magic somewhat. That's what I'm calling it.
Ooh, what's this thing?
So you enter into a room that reeks of kind of sulfur and brimstone, and on the floor of this chamber, well, perhaps once there was coral salts. Most of them have been burned or blown away, and there is a sort of a shell container that was in the middle that has been kind of broken apart. You also see sort of floating just above the floor is a large woman with sort of this brown citrine kind of skin, almost craggy in her appearance, and she kind of looks at you. She's wearing like these sapphire cords, platinum armbands, and you notice the specific absence of a topaz belly button gemstone that might have been in the ear piercing of the tiefling you saw leave the
fancy.
catacombs.
Oops.
She eyes you haughtily as you enter, and says nothing.
Haughtily or portally?
Haughtily.
Haughtily. Oh.
Haughtily.
Hi there. I'm Pauly. What's your name?
What is her name? Keshma.
Oh, g'day, Keshma. Nice to meet ya.
I provide one more magic to your friend, and I am gone.
She
Yeah.
doesn't say much.
Keshma's been helping us out.
Wait for a ship.
She can't give us a ship.
Aw.
That is not within
I
my
tried.
power.
Yeah, I tried to ask for that
Stone does
What-
not float.
sort of stuff. Yeah.
Magic stone could float.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
That's how
try
magic
not
works,
to
right?
annoy.
Find
the-
me a
the
stone
gin.
that floats, and I will shape it into a boat for you.
Karu immediately starts looking around the room.
Yeah, there's got to be one around here.
There's the one around here.
As-
She's just not looking.
As you're looking, you see that there's something very wrong with this cave. There's the walls, the floor, the ceiling. As you kind of enter out into the sort of wetter areas, the walls and the ceiling, the floor has got a sort of a 2 to 3 foot layer of water. You have to kind of step down into it. But everything else is kind of coated in a reflective sheen, as though a great slug had left a trail across the walls. Even stranger is the stone. Although every other surface within this cavern appears to be water-carved stone, these surfaces boast strange patterns, unusually marred features, and even twisted curves and protrusions. It's less stone and more hollow in a large lump of clay, formed into random patterns by a child's eager fingers.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
I do pick up any small stones that I find and test them in the 2 to 3 feet of water.
Plonk,
Plop.
Plonk.
Yeah.
plop.
Yeah.
Skip,
So
you skip one, bonk.
plop. Yeah. Yeah, you just hear that in the background. Just Karu in the other room. Haven't found it yet, but I might. Just wait.
It could work.
Good.
She'll get out of your way. Yeah, where to next?
This way?
Yeah.
Do I go this way?
forward.
Yeah.
I'll beckon for Keshma to follow us.
She nods and just cross-legged, floating right above the floor. Just skims over the water.
Oh, down here.
Ooh, the doors.
Right?
Ooh, there's more.
Wait,
Oh, these have been
have-
opened.
Have you guys been over here?
Yeah, you see the dead
Okay,
body
okay,
of a
okay.
woman on the floor in that room.
Ooh.
Pauly.
Okay.
we
right,
did
right.
some stuff, all right? You would have been
Nice.
proud.
Yeah, no, I like that. Like stuff's being done. It's good.
Yeah, we fought a
You've been
water
very proud.
elemental too.
Wow.
I'm gonna just say like maybe hold up a second before we continue on
Why?
We haven't
because
been
we don't
down
know what's
here.
down here, and I
Oh.
might just send my dog to if my dog
can see someone.
barks.
You
then
can
we
see someone?
Little gobbo.
Maybe he's a friend.
Yeah, I'm gonna send the dog forward and see
Yeah,
what
let's not
happens.
judge the goblins.
The dog can use a hide action, can't it? I believe it could. It was where is he? Here. Where was it? Where'd it go?
I can go stealth.
Well, I think a hide action means you make a stealth check. So
Yeah, no,
I'll go-
my dog had a thing.
I'll go stealth as well, if that's okay.
yeah, if you want to approach slowly in the water, I'm gonna
I
say
want to do it too.
Ooh, 19.
I'm gonna say for Pauly. Oh no, that's fine. I would say the sloshing of the water means it's very clear that you're making movement in the water, right? But you can kind of move slowly enough that you're not giving yourself away. Karu, what does that look like? What does a 7 look like? What does a crit
Still throwing
fail
rocks.
7 look like?
How high is the water? Is like 2 to 3 feet deep.
Yeah, so it's like where's 3 feet? It's like almost it's coming up to waist height as you start, especially as you start going deeper into this area.
Yeah, Karu forgets himself and he starts like swimming, but he starts doing really aggressive kicks with his feet. So it's like,
Like
As
Yama's
he's going.
walking behind you, and he's like,
Yeah. That's exactly what's happening. I'm making so much noise.
I will say that Yama because he's not stealthy, has maybe stayed back
Mhm.
behind the party like 15 feet. I see everyone's gone different directions, so I
Yeah.
might stand here.
Right, everyone stop there because you're getting very into the room now. Here you see this sort of twisted cavern opens forth into another larger chamber beyond. In that chamber, you can see a number of monstrous idols kind of strewn about in the water, and a great obsidian pillar like that in the church above you. Sorry, Cillian, with your ability to always know where north is, I think you're probably pretty confident that it is directly under the pillar in the church.
Mm.
Or at least
That information.
Yeah, it'd be pretty close. If not exactly right, it would make sense. From here, you see an older woman clad in the sort of dark green, black robes, moving about the pillar, chastising and kind of jeering up a number of other cultists. And you see that she kind of walks around the pillar, so you lose sight of her for a moment, but she's kind of slowly making her way back around. And there's almost like a low, almost like a throat singing, but just like a very deep humming almost that generates a certain amount of resonance as you get closer, but it's kind of eaten up by the water beyond. Why don't we go through the list here? And I mean, Karu, I think as you sort of splash closer, one of the cultists certainly turns to see you. He does not instantly become aggressive, though, as he sees this fishman swimming about in the water.
Yeah, I like to think it's because the way Karu is swimming is he's like mostly underwater, but like his mohawk is like above the water.
Mhm.
And so it's like maybe this guy turns around and he's just like, what the fuck is that, for like a hot second
And you
before
can see
Karu
the kind of tentacles either side grasping at the edges of the cavern to like pull you forward a little bit.
Yeah, I just don't look right. And then I like pop my head up and I'm just like, oh, hi. Because I see his legs underwater.
Yeah. As you do that and you kind of have his attention, some of the other cultists turn to look at you. Pauly and the shadow dog are able to slink off around the side. I'll let you guys move a little further if you like, as their attention is grabbed by Karu. He kind of looks at you, somewhat afraid, but certainly zealous, sort of, you know, like a child seeing Santa Claus for the first time, just kind of overcome with, oh my god, it's real.
Mm. Yeah, I think Karu probably leans into that and just like stands up fully upright, lets the tentacles like splay out before they like smack onto the water surface.
Mhm.
And he's just like, so, what's happening down here, guys? Everything going to plan?
Everything is as he wills it, Deep One. And the woman kind of comes around the corner, sees you, and sort of shuffles over through the water. That kind of awkward gait that you have when your legs are impeded by a bunch of water. And she says, "Ah, Blessed One, you've joined us. The ritual was somewhat interrupted, but on this night, he shall have an even greater feast."
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
What time is the feast?
At the darkest hour before the dawn, as always. And she's kind of a little sus now, I think.
Yeah, he's like, I just want to make sure you know. I'm mostly here to make sure things are, keeping on track.
Give me a
It's mostly my
persuasion
job.
check with advantage because of how you arrived and how you look.
Sure. Oh, wow. 18.
Nice.
For a -1, I'm happy with that.
That's great.
Of course, a test. Of course. He ever tests our worthiness. I would strike down half this room now if if he commanded it, I am resolved.
Can see that. Don't worry. What's your name?
I am Priestess Sheriffdann. Deep one.
Oh, I think Karu's like, oh, Sheriffdann. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I've heard good things of you. You're doing good. Your name has made its way through the ranks of the deep ones.
Blessed be.
Yeah, well, just keep going. I'm just here, fly on a wall, all that kind of thing.
Won't you join us and lend your low voice so that it may be heard deep within the waves to call out to the one below, the deep father, the prince of the abyss?
Nah, I don't want to take that away from you. That's I've done that before. Been around the block a few times. I don't want to take that joy off you. Like I said, I'm just here to observe. Just step in if need be. Don't think I need to. You seem like you've got it under control.
Please feel free to observe then our righteous ritual, and be free to chastise and whip any of my flock that do not do it correctly.
Hey, Karu thwaps the tentacle on the water, so it's makes this resounding smack. He's like, "Oh, don't worry, I got you." And I think he turns around at that point as subtly as he can and makes eye contact with Yama, and he's like, "Ah."
And Yama goes like a dad. He's moving really slowly, trying not to clink his armor, and he's sort of thumbs up.
Yeah. Karu's like, yeah, and he just kind of stands, maybe just behind everything, and sort of waits for everybody else to do something.
Well, as they get to work with more fervor as she goes around and kind of, telling people to hold their limbs right, dance properly like they've got tentacles or like they're seaweed itself underwater. And I mean, you may even think this is weirdly racist and cultural appropriation to a certain degree. All these surface dwellers doing underwater dances, half submerged.
I do think Karu interrupts when they start doing tentacle waves. He's like, "Nah, okay, sorry. Look, Derek, let me just..." And he dance instructor comes in. He's like, "Sorry. Wonderful. Really good job, everybody. Honestly." And he points to just a rando, and he's like, the goblin maybe. And he's like, "You're doing great. Honestly, fluid, but it's about fluidity."
Yeah.
And again, he's kind of looking around, making sure everybody in the party is doing whatever they need to do. And he's like, you got to be fluid, you got to be flexible, you got to loosen up. And he takes them through bullshit dance warm-ups. And he's got his tentacles going, and he's like, "Look, if you want to do it, you got to do it right. Let's go, let's take the time." And he's just being an idiot at this point.
I love that.
I think Cillian is going to drink the potion.
Okay. Roll a d4 for me, please.
Yep.
So you pop the top down the gullet.
Mm-hmm.
You feel power, the weave itself, coursing directly in your gut through your veins. You may recover up to 5 spell slots worth of spell slots. So 5 1s, a 2 and a 3, a 5, or a 4 and a 1.
Ooh.
And I need you to make a death saving throw for me, please.
Wow.
It's instant dying.
Good news is you're standing next to Yama.
Oh, +3, my dude.
Okay.
Made it. Wait,
+3.
11. Unfortunately, 11 is not enough.
Oh no.
You are completely conscious and upright, but you feel something, that mortal part of you that is not meant to touch a live wire.
Yep.
You feel it Ugh. You have one failed death save.
Okay.
As we are about to go into combat with a giant Cthulhian sea monster. Nice.
I mean, you don't need to walk away from the table straight away, Dylan. I mean, you're not dead yet.
There's still like 2 more, right?
Just got someone buzzing up to my apartment.
Okay.
But I didn't order anything, so I'm just going to ignore that.
Cool. So yeah, Yama, you turn to look at Cillian. What does that look like as he takes in that power, Dylan? Describe it for us.
His eyes just like flash, like purple, like a little sparkling, glittery purple. Like his eyes go like that, like the lava lamp, sort of thing, as the weave sort of like reinvigorates his power a little bit. But then you also see him sort of like pull down, like there's a really intense pain inside of him for like a second.
Yeah, I feel like Yama just like has an instinct for his friends maybe, and he does turn to look and take this in, and maybe his like +3 on the save is him kind of like catching him a little as he like goes to fall, even though it doesn't end up helping that much.
Give me 1 second,
yeah.
I gotta check this door.
He's also just trying to like stop him from splashing and falling into the water and causing a scene.
Yeah, I think especially because he fails, like he kind of keels over, but you catch him before he can go in, and it's perhaps a moment or two that he's sort of breathing heavily, as even like you almost feel a tingle in your fingers and a taste of tin in the air, or like almost like or a copper tang, like pennies, as just his body is kind of vibrating in your hands for a moment or two before he's able to catch himself and right himself.
Well, I feel like Yama maybe out of instinct just pumps like one point of healing into him, and I'll take that out of my lay on hands pool.
Yeah, very good. Love that.
Little instinct heal.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Pauly, you see Karu go from observing to running a dance class. This one here is definitely the leader that is kind of doing a lap around
The main.
Yeah. That you saw Karu kind of talking with. And from that vantage point, it's a bit difficult. But Karu, you can certainly see that there's other people beyond this obsidian obelisk. What do you do? Pauly.
Pauly will probably go up, be a bit sneaky and try and stealth. Oh, wait, there's more. Oh.
I mean, you can certainly try and like slip into her shadow almost, and kind of because it is gloomy and dark in here, right?
I was hoping to like get this guy here and then we drag him into the back here like this, try one shot kill the fucker.
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna kind of wait in this alcove.
Yeah.
For her to do a lap around.
That absolutely correct. Yeah.
Okay. So Yama, what is your kind of, I guess, readied action as you see that Cillian's with you, Karu's, you can kind of just poke your head out. You definitely don't think you can get any closer without the clonk of your metal in the water. But it looks Pauly is for all intent and purpose kind of disappeared from your vision, but you know what that means. And you're able to kind of right Cillian, so he's almost vibrating like he's done 6 shots of coffee and a Baroque tale.
Yeah, I think Yama, the thought never crosses his mind that he could get any closer. He knows he's a frumpy boy. He goes to, I feel like this is me going through the thought process too, but I have this magic face paint in my inventory from the carnival, and I was like, oh, I could totally make myself look like a fish person and go out there and join them. And then I remembered I'm in like heavy mithril plate armor.
Yeah.
I was like, they're not going to believe that I could swim at all. So instead he palms one of the bottle of lightnings that we have. So his sword is not drawn yet, but he's ready to make a toss, basically.
Perfect. Cillian, what is after your? I think you probably heard us. I think you had your headphones on.
I've only just popped him back on because
Oh,
I
that's
had to run
right.
outside.
So Yama kind of caught you as you keeled over a little bit, taking in all that energy, but now you feel jazzed and somewhat frayed on the edges, but certainly brimming with power. Just for housekeeping, what did you recover?
1 5th level spell slot.
Okay, cool.
One big boom.
One big boom. Maybe that was, maybe that's part of it, right? You tried to take in all of it at once instead of bite-sized spells. You were just like, give it straight into the veins. Let's go.
Yeah.
I gave you 1 HP too if you were down any.
I was not. Can I add that on as temporary hit point?
No.
No.
Okay. Actually,
What?
I was down one. No, I'm just thinking if you gave me 1 temporary hit point, sort of thing. No, all good. I am actually down hit points.
Yeah, me too, actually. That's why I was like, he can have 1.
Okay. Well, my dog's like, if the general consensus is we're going to fuck up these goblins,
Not
and I
the
think
goblins.
I think that's where we're at. We're gonna fuck up Boblin and his crew. I think my dog's just gonna fucking go in for the kill on the closest one to him, which happens to be the sweet little old lady goblin.
Now, your shadow dog, is it mentally connected to you? Or do you have
it
to...
is part of the party, so it's like...
No, but do you have to give it
I'd imagine-
instructions?
I believe it just operates on its own if I'm not telling it what to do.
Because I'm curious as to, like... you haven't worked with this crew very much, so I'm trying to, like, what is the instruction he would give the dog? Is it like when I yell attack, or is it like because it's not like the dog knows Pauly's about to strike, right? Like, how do we...
Yeah. Alright, it's not going to do anything. I just read it. So... It's an ally to you and your companions. In combat, the creature shares your initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. It obeys your verbal commands. No action required by you. If you don't issue any, it takes the dodge action and uses it to avoid danger. So I'm not close enough to tell it to do anything.
I mean, you could yell at it from there, but obviously that's you yelling.
Yeah, that's quite loud.
Sure.
So I won't do that. But if we are getting ready to strike...
But I can argue that you could definitely say, like, you've told it to get into position and wait for my word. Like, that certainly makes sense to me. But it won't. It'll have to wait for a signal from you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
All right. So it'll move up 5 more feet.
Sure.
Like over to here. It's currently hidden with an 18.
Yes, I saw that, and that's very good. So I think it's kind of half. It's a dog, so it's kind of submerged itself like a crocodile almost, and it's kind of wending its way through the water. Karu, have you done sort of a lap around this thing in your time teaching people how to do stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm doing that, checking everybody's form thing.
All right, I'm going to put you in the middle
instructor
just so you have a bit of vision on on everything that's surrounding. And kind of where everything is. Is there anywhere like you would like to position yourself as you see that the priestess is kind of making her way back around to what looks like an extra dark, shadowy corner that is just big enough to fit a parrot captain?
Those pesky parrot captains.
Always getting into weird places.
I think
Many fall in the face of chaos, but not this one.
maybe
Not today.
Karu maybe slows down, sort of like on like the opposite side of where she's kind of getting to. So like maybe he's kind of heading over here. Oh, I can't. Over here, yeah. He sort of wants to be around the biggest group of other people, basically.
Yep. Sure thing. So as perhaps from there as well, like you can kind of just see her start to make her way around another lap. She's kind of repeating a lot of what you told everyone. Trying to, she's not adding anything new. She's like, yes, be like water. It's the flowing aspect. As you go over and kind of pseudo inspecting some of the other troops over here, keeping one eye on that area. Pauly.
All right. Well, I will. I'll definitely wait until like they're by themselves and try fucking bring him into here and kill him.
Mm-hmm. So
All schnecky like.
what I'll do is I'll give you all a surprise round, as you've done quite well to kind of get into position here, and they are definitely being caught by surprise. They're kind of in the middle of their ritual, and then we'll perhaps roll initiative if there's any still standing.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to say that whilst moving through this deep water, though, it will be difficult terrain, so you'll be moving at half speed. Except for Karu, I think, just because his swim speed kind of negates.
What's the height of the
that.
cavern too?
It's not super tall. There's probably a bit of room up there, but I think it'd still be difficult. So I'd say you could use your fly speed, but it would still be, say, difficult terrain, right?
Sure.
Because you're dodging things and cramped
Stalactites
spaces.
and blah blah blah. Yep.
Especially with the big pillar in the middle that goes all the way up to the roof. It obviously descends below the water line, so you can't see where it goes, but or where the floor is. But it ascends up into the cavernous roof as well, and is kind of flush with the roof. So that makes it maybe quite annoying to maneuver.
Sure. Yep.
Thank you for all the subs, guys, by the way. That's very sweet of you, and I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So would you like to give me your attack with advantage?
Advantage. Oh,
for
stop
you.
it. I do love advantage with my attack. Alright. What we got? 26 to hit.
Doesn't hit. No, I'm just kidding. Of course it hits. You can hear it sort of clang off what sounds like some sort of scale mail, almost like fish scale armor beneath the robes, but you drive right through that and pierce in with a successful hit.
Right. Wrong. Come on.
The ones.
Yeah, I'll re-roll some of them ones. One of them ones.
While you're doing that, I'm just going to grab a drink.
Boop. 2 more damage, so 36 damage.
Well, surely dead.
Yeah,
not-
she's just
If
like
not,
a
I'll attack
priestess.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're just calling that like an auto kill, right? Because she's in robes.
100%.
That makes sense to me.
She ain't wearing anything else under those robes.
Well, Dan's not here, so. Yeah, chat. How many hit points do you think she has?
Come on, chat.
Come on, chat. Or can we roll?
69.
No. I rolled a 2, so.
That's how many health she had, for sure.
Yeah, she's obliterated.
Come, my dark cultists, dance for Dagon. How much was it total, sorry?
36.
36 is good. You do bloody her.
Okay,
She's
I'll,
not dead.
I'll
She lets
stab
out
with a dagger as well.
a loud scream.
Can I stab with a dagger beforehand? Before that happens?
Sure,
25 to hit.
that'll hit.
Sheesh.
You still have advantage because she has not acted yet.
Oh yeah,
Might-
good point. Might as well
might
get a
get a crit.
critty. Might as well try for the critty.
Hit the critty.
Pretty McGee.
Nope.
Nope.
You failed as a captain and as a parrot.
Not as a parrot.
Sheesh.
I always fail as a captain.
Yeah, but we like him that way.
Okay, 9 damage.
Her health is looking somewhat critical, but
On Pauly attacking, can I throw a spell?
you certainly can.
cantrip.
She's still going to cry out in
Oh, absolutely. I'm just
Yeah.
going to throw a
crying
taunt
as a free
at
action.
her.
If only I knew that a while ago.
So yeah, for the surprise round, you're all going to get a turn to do something. Okay. Wisdom save.
Of 19. How wise is she?
Pretty wise.
She is
She's
old.
religious, so not very.
She succeeds.
Damn it, she's very, very wise.
You also see that she seems to have kind of a bit of a fervor about her that perhaps helps in her willpower. A
I'm pretty sure I
tactical
don't-
discipline, if you will.
She takes no damage because she succeeded.
Yeah, that's a cantrip.
Tell the dead. God damn it.
Yeah. So that's your turn. Yama and or Karu, who wants to jump in?
Oh, Karu can go. He's up in the business.
So when she like cries out, I'm assuming the guys near me react.
Well, yeah, they all turn to where she is and see that, you know, she's kind of half turning to the parrot that has stabbed her. Then it is very clear that there is a very brightly colored parrot in this dank cave system, wielding two swords, one of which is somewhat crackling with lightning.
Yeah, nice. Out of the two dudes that I'm standing closest to, which one of them looks bigger? Like, what do they look like?
Sure.
Which one's neck is more exposed?
The one...
Getting the important questions here.
The one here definitely looks like hardier.
Which one, sorry?
This one, sort of with the big beard. He looks like he could certainly take a bit of a beating. The other two are a little bit thinner, a little bit... you know, they were kind of better at the dancing part that you were trying to give off. This guy was sort of a bit lumbering and a bit slow on his feet.
Yeah, he needed the most work. That's why I was over there.
Yeah. He's got like a bit of a big kind of club that he's kind of, you know, using as part of his dance or whatever. The other two definitely look very sort of lithe and dexterous. In fact, the one above you was getting the fluid forms very well.
Cool. Well, I think I will go for the big dude, even though he's probably got more strength. I'm still going to try. And I'm going to activate the ring of the Sunken King, so my tentacles are going to expand out. To how big do they get? Like
10, 15 feet, I think.
No, it's like 15 feet. Yeah.
Yep.
So they can hit anything within 15 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to smack the big dude in front of me with the tentacles. Schmack.
Schmack.
How do I do this?
Everyone love the cheeky schmack.
While you're at it as well, I will, especially because it's been a few weeks and you've been away and so on, give me an investigation check while you're here.
These aren't Fey fiends or undead, are they?
I think this would be in your hunting wheelhouse, though.
Okay. Roll. Ooh, 18.
This obelisk looks to be made of the exact same kind of black, spongy material that electrocuted Cillian and flung him across the room.
Ooh.
When did Cillian get electrocuted?
In the church up above.
Oh.
There was like a big boom. Oh, you might know.
I don't remember.
No, you were
that.
there. I think you were there.
Yeah, I think I don't remember that.
Yeah, Cillian touched the obelisk and got thrown across the room, and Yama also got thrown across the room.
Fucking yeeted.
That's right. I remember that.
And he got electrocuted at the same time from memory.
Yes.
Took a lot of damage.
Use that information as you will.
Wait. But if I shoved someone into it, it probably wouldn't be very good for them.
Potentially.
What would I have to do? Yeah, can I like...
You can make a grapple check and if successful, move him.
Yeah.
Or
like...
you can just straight up make a shove check to just push him. Either of those are obviously...
What's the roll I would make for that? Sorry. Is it just my appendage roll? Plus...
To grapple? Or...
Yeah. So I'd like to...
Yeah.
For flavor, I would like to use the tentacle to bop him into the obelisk. But I'm essentially attacking with the tentacles, so I would just use that attack roll.
Yeah. So normally it's like a athletics check, but I think for you we can certainly go acrobatics because I think it's the tentacles are very, you know, going around someone, pulling them off their leg, off their balance, etc. And it's essentially a contest.
Okay, acrobatics.
Yeah, and he's going to make an athletics check to try and resist. He does not resist.
Yay! Bonk into the obelisk.
So you grab him and kind of slam him into the obelisk, and you feel electricity kind of go through his body, and because you did describe it as you're just bonking him, you're not really holding him against it. That electricity does not travel through you up your tentacle and into you.
Good. I'm glad I described it that way.
Yeah.
Shit.
Do you want to roll 3d12 for me, please?
Ooh.
Ooh.
One.
So he's kind of held against this thing. Well, not held, sorry. He's sort of knocked into it. You see him kind of jolt, electrocuted, and then kind of collapse to the floor. He does not look good. After that, he's still certainly like conscious, but that doesn't feel good. And there's sort of a loud rapport that kind of, like, almost like lightning, thunder, crackle. As you hold him into that thing, and you feel the thunder more than hear it.
Sick. I think that's all I can really do.
I mean, that's one of your attacks. Don't you get multiple?
Well, I was just reading it, and I have to be using a weapon. When you're wielding... No. Oh, no, I'm wrong. Yes. Can I bonk the other dude? Do the same thing with the tentacle. Sure. The guy on the other side of me.
Yeah.
Sweet. Acrobatics again?
Yeah, he will also attempt to do his acrobatics, but I'll give you advantage because you are surprise rounding. I forgot to give you that before.
Oh, fun.
They weren't expecting shit.
Good thing you had it too, because the Wave Dancer got 18. But
bonk.
That beats, so roll 3d12 again for me, please.
I just love this visual, honestly, of Karu just going...
Two tentacles, grab both, fling them into the pillar. 18. Yeah, he does not look great either. He's looking a lot worse for wear than the other guy, but they're still quite conscious. These are hardy guys. All right, so we've had Pauly, we've had Cillian, and we've had Karu. Did you want to do any more movement or anything like that?
Are they prone?
No, but they're surprised, so I don't think they're going to be able to take any reactions this turn.
All right, I think I will just move just a little bit further, like a little bit back, away from the obelisk is where I'm getting at.
Sure. Cillian, you can still give a command to your beast, and then we also have Yama.
I'll send the beast to attack.
What do you yell out?
Rip.
Rip and tear. Doom music starts playing.
Oh, you said rip and tear, and I thought of Beyblade, let it rip. So that's bad.
Two kinds of people.
Yeah.
13 does not hit this creature.
There's multi-attack.
The Shadow Dog tries to bite down, but there seems to be perhaps some kind of magic protecting this cultist.
Lucky I have multi-attack.
Dirty 20 will definitely
20 to hit.
Yeah.
For 18 cold damage.
Yeah. 18. That's pretty sizable as well. It does not bloody the creature, though. This little goblin cultist is not happy.
She's got a dog in her face as well.
I feel like this dog hits harder than me.
Yeah, every attack is 2d10.
That's wild.
I'll also use up 15 feet of movement. and wade into the room on Cillian.
Sure. All right, Yama.
Alright, this is interesting
Maybe
because
they're
obviously with the dynamic lighting, I can't see shit.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Also, I can't get out of my hole, by the way. I'm stuck in here.
It's not the first time you've been stuck in a hole, Pauly. Let's be
That's
real.
very true.
So Yama moves 15 feet because that's all he's got in
Mhm.
difficult terrain. And I believe the range on throwing a potion is not very long, so I'm gonna try and throw it like here between these two. I don't know if you can see my cursor. I can't ping. How do I ping?
A normal range of 20 feet, a long range of 60. So, yeah.
And do you have the diameter there as well?
What is the potion?
Okay, it matters. I have 5 potions. Oh, sorry, bottle of lightning.
Bottle of lightning.
I just know that it's 2d6 lightning damage, but I've
Oh,
never
yeah.
thrown a potion before in D&D.
Yeah, it doesn't have the range written in the description.
Yeah. This one I've just looked up says the lightning arcs to the 3 closest creatures that are within 30 feet.
Ooh.
Fantastic. Well, I'm gonna throw it like right there.
Sure. What's the damage it has in your one?
2d6.
Yeah, cool. That's fine. So these 3 guys.
Yeah.
All right. So roll the throw. Actually,
Just a straight d10, d20. Sorry.
yeah, just a d20 plus your strength.
Plus my strength. Let's roll my strength. 13.
Yeah, I think that's good enough to land in the center there.
Okay. No.
Yeah, it wasn't. Well, yeah, it's not that hard to hit close enough, right? And then
I tried to move in.
Yeah.
An exactly middling roll. 6 damage.
But with that electricity, you think that because obviously everyone's kind of in the water, they're kind of shocked further. That salt water carrying that current.
Do you think I have time to pull out and throw another one?
No, I think it's just one action there.
Okay, cool. Well, can I pull it out to ready the next one?
It'll be, or it's kind of like as part of the action, you pull it out.
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay, cool.
Pauly, the stabbed lady in front of you, collapses to the floor, still sort of convulsing under the electricity, but you see just the shape of her under the water. Another one of the cultists goes down, and the one you sort of threw into the pillar, in fact, he will also go down because it's lightning damage. How much did this guy take?
Good old lightning damage.
You see sort of 3 of the cultists go down. They're kind of struggling and twitching. Some of the lightning sort of crackling over through the surface of the water. That kind of magical lightning dancing around. Some of it even sort of dances up the obelisk itself. And you feel another almost as if the room itself is moaning.
Ooh. Poopy room.
Yeah.
Are we in another monster? God damn it.
We're gonna roll.
Again.
We're gonna roll initiative.
It's time to
Duel.
Oh my god.
Pauly 23.
Ugh.
I'm
Oh
best
my
as
god,
fuck, boy.
Cillian, what the hell?
Yeah, I rolled a
Natty
nat
one.
1 on my initiative.
Nice.
That's that one failed death save coming back to haunt me.
Yeah, it's like you're running forward, and then
it's
there's
a
the
3.
clutching the chest. Ah!
Yeah, it comes up to a 3 for initiative.
3, yeah.
Nah, put him on 1.
I mean, you'll be the one having to revivify him.
Sorry, I don't know that spell.
All right, I'll ready another character.
All right. Pauly, you see the way in front of you somewhat cleared out now. You have to somewhat scooch over the bodies in the surf here, but the path is yours.
Beautiful. Well, I mean, I'm guessing the person that I didn't fully kill is still slightly alive, right?
She got electrocuted.
Ah, beautiful. Sweet. So dead.
Yeah.
Okay. I am then.
If she hasn't died yet, she soon will be, as she's under the water, convulsing.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go to this creature here, and I'm going to shoot. Actually, before I get there, I'm going to shoot my pistol there from here to this guy. 21 to hit.
He's still not acted, so you have advantage.
Beautiful. I'll give it a crack. Yeah, 21 to hit.
A loud, earth-shattering kaboom in this inside location echoes off the walls, and almost turns into groans and moans as it seems to reflect off the weird, the kind of slimy surface you were looking at with all its fractal imagery. As it kind of echoes around you, this cacophony of explosion.
You know what I realized realized just then that I should have realized a long time ago, but it's kind of fucking amazing because Talon does lightning damage, then Pistol does thunder damage. The Pistol Shrimp does thunder damage.
That's cool.
Perfect. Well, I'm not going to use my sneak attack for that one, obviously. So just 12 damage.
Okay. He's still somewhat standing. By standing, sort of gathering himself from being flung at this pillar.
Beautiful. And I'm just going to zoom to there, using like my flight, but just, because that'd be half, right?
Half flight, yeah, sure.
Yep. To there, and I'm going to stab the buddy. I won't get my dingo, but I'll still get an advantage, right?
Yep. So you can use sneak attack because you still have advantage.
Oh, true.
So yeah, if you act first, you've got that ring of first strike.
Yeah. Uh, 29 damage.
Would you like to describe this for me?
Just like a cheeky, fly in, stab in, just a little poking holes in the enemies. Oh no, that was the guy below, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
Below, yeah.
Whoops. Control Z moved you back instead of giving him health again. How do I can't select him because he's dead. No.
Oh no.
Oh no.
He died too soon.
He died too soon. Was it 29? Well, that definitely
too soon.
bloodies
5
this
me.
guy. Let me. Can I unmark him as defeated? There we go. Cool. Just give him some health back. Anything else from Pauly?
No. He will stay where he is.
Okay. The little sort of goblin cultist that the Shadow Dog was attacking is going to use their bonus action to disengage as they yelp and kind of scream away from the Shadow Dog. Turn and level a dagger at the dog and yell, "The Deep One is hungry!" and is going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Well, man.
18 to hit your dog. 7 force damage.
Okay.
And he's knocked back 5 feet. The guy who you then, I guess, didn't kill, Pauly. I still can't move him. What the hell? Riptide. What's he got? What's he got for you?
Cheeky prick.
Cheeky prick. Okay, he's going to try and reach out to you with his hand. He's got his big club in one hand. He kind of reaches out to you. You can see this sort of deathly chill on his hand as he reaches towards you with a 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
Oh, okay. And that's it for him because Foundry won't let me move him, so he's just not going to move. Yama.
Just almost called myself Yapana. Yama is going to throw another bottle.
Is that Pauly and Yama's like love child?
Yapana, I love it.
Yapana's the ship name that chat gives the Pauly Yama ship.
So I'm using my my second ball of lightning.
Mm-hmm.
3 left.
You're throwing it at these guys down here?
Oh yeah, because everyone's gone. Yeah, let me do that. I'll throw it at those guys.
Sure.
How much range do I have? Do you want me to move closer? I might move closer anyway. 5, 10.
I just realized instead of you rolling to throw it, I think they probably need to roll to get out of the way, right? Because it's like a ranged attack like that.
True, yeah. Like a dex?
Yeah, so they're gonna make a dex saving throw. What's your spell save DC? We'll just say it's based off that.
15.
15. Okay, so one of them fails. The little goblin that was a little bit more nimble and succeeds. We'll say they take half damage. So roll the damage for the bottle lightning.
We've got 4.
4. Certainly extra potent though in this water, as they both take a lot of that heat. But they're both still standing.
Right. Well, I've moved and attacked, so I'm good.
Mm-hmm. One of the cultists yells, "Betrayers! Put this parrot in the shrimp cages. He shall be bait for the bottom feeders." And she's gonna run up to you, Pauly, and try and hit you.
Good luck.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
Take 1 damage.
Can I uncanny dodge that?
Sure, yeah, you can if that's how you want to use your reaction.
Because it's funny.
Yeah. Sure.
Pauly then gets fucking whacked.
Karu.
This dude here is. Oh no, he's gone. He literally disappeared as I hovered over him. Okay, well, wait, is she still alive? Nope,
No,
she's dead.
they're all
What
dead.
the fuck? Okay, they were there, but when I hovered over them, they disappeared.
No, mine did the same thing, because when I went to go throw the bottle of lightning, they were all still there, and Dan was like down here, and I was like, yes.
Yeah, they were still up, and then I hovered, and anyway, so okay, not them. Well, you know what? I'll just big guy again. I think why not? The guy that what's his name? Riptide Priest.
The Riptide Priest, because he's ripped.
Yeah. I think I want to tentacle lash him
All jacked up on Mountain Dew.
with the yes, with the thing.
Sure.
I don't know what the
Lash him with your tongues, lash him with your tentacles. It's all the same to me.
Yeah, so I've got the ring going, but I'll just roll with my tentacle. 23. That would
23
hit.
definitely hits, yep.
Cool. So it does 3d8 bludgeoning damage, and he needs to make a strength saving throw.
So I'm just moving
Wow.
him. I'm just moving him to see if I can select him, but I can't open his bloody character sheet.
That was some terrible rolls. That was a 3, 2, and a 1.
Yeah, it's not great. But you slam him, and does the Ring of the Sunken King do anything else when you hit them with it?
Oh yeah, he needs to make a strength save.
Strength save.
DC 15.
Right. My dice. 'Cause I'm just reloading the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Get my real dice. We'll go analog. He rolls an 18.
Okay, he succeeds. That's cool. Done.
Fine.
Fine, we're going analog, baby.
I'm gonna use my movement to come up to this person
Mm-hmm.
and say hi, and that's my turn.
Hold on.
correct their
Oh.
stance.
Wait, I can do 2 attacks. I'm an idiot. I keep forgetting this.
Yeah.
Can I do my second attack to whack the person I just walked up to?
Absolutely. They don't look particularly strong. You think an attack even of that lowly nature that you hit the Riptide Priest would probably be enough.
Let's see if I hit. That's the first thing.
Oh my god! Let's see if I hit.
Excellent. Excellent.
You
Okay.
just describe it to me. You don't even. I mean, you can roll the damage if you want, but
All right. I have to do 6. Hang on.
I think
just
I've
do it.
seen this hentai. What?
Ooh.
20.
Hell yes.
describe it to me. Describe to me this obliteration.
I think the tentacle, it like comes over the top, like rather than hitting from the side, it's just like a vertical straight down onto this person and just like whacks them down into the water. And then when the tentacle pulls away, they're actually indented down in the floor a bit.
Yeah, that you push them down so far into the water and into the stone that there's that, like, you know when you slap a pool and then there's just like an explosion of water comes up afterwards to refill that spot.
Yeah.
And she does not re-emerge. There is kind of a look on her face though as she like looks up and sees the tentacle. She sees it coming, and she just closes her eyes and just leans into it.
I will say that with the big splash, Karu like turns to Pauly and does kind of like the dumbest, like that was pretty cool.
Pauly just gives like a thumbs up.
Very good.
That's me.
Okay, so she did, and Karu's here. All right, Hydromancer, not looking great. He reaches out to you, Pauly, and let's see if this hits. So he sort of reaches forward and almost like Arlong to Luffy with the water goes to like splash water on you, but as he does it, the water in at his hand and as it hits you turns to ice. You're gonna take I assume an 18 hits.
No, 19.
Well, ignore all
19
of that.
AC.
You duck out of the way. You uncannily dodge the freeze attack. God damn it. Oh yeah, I forgot you got like rings of protection and all this other nonsense. You're all too hard to hit.
I'm a dodgy boy.
You are dodgy.
Timmy
Yeah.
too.
You got to say the boy at the end there, otherwise it sounds bad.
Okay, girly.
It's boy with an I, B-O-I.
So he's gonna stay back. He's got you right where he wants you, Yama. As 3 bolts of force fly out at you as he casts Magic Missile, and you're going to take 9 damage. 9 force damage. Cillian.
Alrighty. I am going to... How big is this orb again? 20 foot?
Fireball.
Yeah. I mean... Actually, no, I don't know where anyone else is. I'm not going to throw a fireball. I don't want to...
You can see...
Yama is.
you
I
can,
can't see Pauly.
you can
And
see
I can't
Karu,
see
though.
him. No, I can't.
Oh, wait, no, you can.
Actually.
Yeah, he's moved. He just
Yeah.
hasn't updated on my screen for some reason.
Yeah. Alright. So...
But it's just Karu and Pauly, I mean...
That'll be
as long as they're not
Now
could
you have
throw it
to
over
be
there.
able to see the point that you throw it, right? So it has to be within
I
the
could hit
walls.
that point of the wall,
Sure.
but I don't know if anyone's over here.
Take the risk. Do it.
Righty. 3rd level fireball.
Mm-hmm.
I did tell Niall I'd throw a fireball for him.
Very good.
So we're gonna cast fireball.
Look at all those 1s and 2s.
Yeah, I know.
Nothing above
DC
a 4.
19 deck save.
They both fail.
Sweet, 19 fire damage.
Despite the dampness of the underground cavern, this sort of ball of light illuminates the area briefly, and kind of all of you see the light kind of lance out. I'll leave that there for now. And you see the little goblin cultist kind of keel over and fall into the water. The other one, somewhat charred, looking somewhat less defiantly now. And a lot of that fire burns over the obelisk, the big pillar in the center of the room, and you can see it burns away sort of the surface of it. Yama and Cillian, you can kind of see from here that this obelisk is not made of stone. It is made of flesh.
Oh, great.
It is made of that sort of dark, rough, dolphin-like or killer whale-like
Hide.
hide. And as you realize that, all of you feel a throbbing deep within the walls and in the floor below you.
I've been to that nightclub.
Boom. Boom.
Oh god.
The obsidian obelisk begins to retract into the floor,
Oh,
and there's a tang of electricity in the air. And then from above, a bright light bathes the entire room. I need you all to make a con saving throw, please. Anyone who has dark vision currently is at disadvantage. And anyone who has a robe of eyes cannot close their eyes, so they fail.
Yeah, instant
what
fail.
was the save, sorry?
I need a DC 20 con save, please.
Ooh.
DC 20 with disadvantage.
And I've got that because of my goggles, don't I?
Correct.
Ooh, mine's a 14, and DB the dog would get a buff from me.
Oh yeah, the
16.
dog's gonna make it too.
Mine rolled in D&D Beyond and not in Foundries, but I got an 18.
Okay, so close.
Me too, actually.
The
Oh,
dog.
yeah.
That dog.
I want to pet that dog.
That dog.
Can I
Don't
pet
make
that
him roll.
dog?
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet
You
that
gotta-
dog?
You got a 15 plus 3 of 18.
So the
And I fail automatically.
yeah. So the room goes from quite dark, and you're all kind of seeing in this grayscale, to blinding light. You are all blinded for 1 minute.
Oh shit!
1 minute.
A minute? Fuck.
So you don't see what happens next, but what you start to feel, along with the shaking all around you, your feet are unsteady standing in this water. Karu, you probably feel it and recognize it first. The water level is rising.
Goddamn flashbangs.
And all you can see is just your eye. You've just got spots in your eyes. You can't see anything else. You're just filled with this kind of white, almost like sickly yellow light.
Can I yell to the djinn
Mm-hmm.
and say, unblind us, please? See if that's within the djinn's power.
Interesting.
I think you're really smart. That's really smart, Dave.
It's my last wish of the djinn.
Mm.
I'm trying to.
Smart move, D-Barts.
No, your character's up on the surface, likely stealing their ship. She kind of is floating next to you, and you yell out, "Unblind us, please." She says, "That is not within my power."
Oh, no!
Oh, damn it.
That'd have been cool.
She says, "If your friends can all come to me and hold hands, I can shift us out of here."
Oh, do we give up?
That's 10 rounds of combat.
I'll tell you now, you'll get to make another con save at the end of every round, but we're going to be out of combat for a moment as everyone is blind. We're going to shift into a skills challenge.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Skill challenge.
I'm going to relay the information saying, get back to us. Get back to me.
Well, maybe that'll be part of your skill that you do.
Yep.
To me.
This is cool. I love these.
They're fun.
Yeah, it's so fun.
So, we can keep the same initiative order, which means Pauly will be up first. Just to refresh, skills challenge, of course, I'm going to set a DC. You're all blinded, so anything that requires sight, which is probably most things, is going to probably be at a disadvantage. After you make your skill check, you can make a con save to see if you kind of shake off the blindness. Obviously, the failures in that won't count towards the skill check. You can feel the goal of this skills challenge is to get out of this chamber. It is filling with water. Ideally, with all your friends. So there's yelling and crying of cultists. Those few that are still alive and around you, Pauly, are probably swinging wildly. It seems they've been blinded as well. Just there's movement in the water, and you can feel it, especially as I think you're not particularly tall. That water level is starting to rise up above your chest, and if it continues like this, you will be underwater in a cave. But yeah, you're up first. So you call out what skill, or describe to me what you're going to do. Name a skill.
I'm going to feel around and try and sleight of hand my way into touching Karu next to me and trying to drag them away from the other people.
I love that. Sleight of hand. Roll it.
23?
Oh, that's so good. That's a success.
Hell yeah!
Like
I grab onto Karu's tentacle, and I give a, I feel like Karu knows the grip of Pauly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, that may be a sex thing, guys.
Especially the way you two were just going, yeah.
Yeah.
The tentacle's it's more than a handful. The tentacle.
Yeah,
I feel like you can't get the circumference of that thing.
I'm double fisting that tentacle, don't worry.
So, at least one weapon away, and you kind of reach out to grab the tentacle.
Yes.
Karu's tentacles, you know, are extra long at the moment, thanks to that Ring of the Sunken King. But you kind of hold hands effectively in the gloom here as you all blindly kind of feel about. Yama.
Alright. Maybe with all the cultists about some of them still wielding weapons or, I don't know, doing tentacle dances, maybe he's gonna go for like a big, booming, powerful voice. He's just gonna project himself and say something like, kneel before me and lower your weapons, for I am here, the Lord of the Deep. And I might go for like an intimidation check.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah. But my goal is just basically to be able to let my friends pass easily. That's a dirty 20.
Love a dirty 20. So you boom out, "Lay low, the father of the deep is here," and Oh, you tell it to me. What exactly do you say? What does a dirty 20 feel like for Yama?
Maybe like the dirty 20 is actually like the way he orients himself with the cave, like projects it and it echoes really nicely. And he's just like, bow, you must prostrate yourself before me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. That seems to have the desired effect. Pauly, you can feel the other cultists kind of around you, crouch down or kind of cower down, trying to keep their heads slightly above water, but you can feel that they're not reaching out to try and swing at you anymore, as you and Karu are kind of freed from that. And you can hear Yama's voice. It kind of cuts through the cave. There's maybe a little bit of echo, so it's a little bit confusing, but
okay, yeah.
There's definitely, you feel
the direction.
You kind of know where he is, yeah. Karu.
Polo.
Marco. One tentacle firmly gripped around Pauly's hand. The other tentacle is going to reach out to find, not the obelisk, but to find a path around based off what like Karu remembers, because he did spend a lot of time sort of walking around and doing the whole dance teacher thing. And I would like to use investigation to essentially feel out a path back around towards where we just heard Yama.
Yep. Yeah, cool. I think that's good. I'm happy with investigation. I'm trying to think. I haven't really been penalizing you guys for being blind.
Like I'm using the tentacle.
Yeah.
Like I'm like feeling around to find the kind of like where the walls are, essentially. Like I know roughly what side of me the obelisk was on, so I'm feeling around on the other side.
Love that. Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna change my tack here and go, instead of making con saves at the end of each round, I think if you get out of here with full no failures, like you'll be cured of the blindness, and perhaps it'll linger a bit longer if you get a couple of failures or something. So I like this.
All right, roll my investigation, or actually click it to roll. Oh my god, normal. Oh
No.
god, no. When?
What does a 10 look like? Because that is a failure.
I get distracted by Pauly's grip of my other tentacle.
That grip is quite distracting.
Yeah. I think back. Karu thinks back to a night or so, and just kind of forgets what he's doing for a moment.
You're reaching out and you're trying to like it's like that gingerly in the dark, right? You're trying to find where the door handle is, but it's pitch black, and you're trying to avoid where the obelisk is, but you sweep your tentacle and maybe like brush it slightly. You feel it moving past you, and you brush it slightly. I'm gonna say you take 5 lightning damage, as it just like it kind of just zaps you a little bit as it goes past.
Fair enough.
Cillian.
Do we manage to make any movement? Or no?
Yeah, I mean, you're still progressing forward, I think. Like, it's just failures are going to kind of upset you a little bit. Yeah. So the narrative continues. You're never stuck. And even if you were to just keep failing, you'll probably get out of here, but just with some dire consequences.
Okay. My dog didn't succeed, did it, with an 18?
No. He's also not going to make skill checks.
Yeah, no. I was going to send him.
But he's howling. He's
blinded. Yeah,
he's blinded.
The dog's going to like just make its way back towards me.
I was going to grab it if that helps.
And I'm just going to. I want to use my Arcana to let my magic sort of seep out a little bit and get sort of an idea on where my party members are.
Sure.
So that I can yell out, like sort of get an idea of like magical obstructions in the room, and yell out to everyone if there's something between me and them, to be like, watch out for that sort of thing.
For sure. I love that.
And I will make a roll.
Oh, nice roll.
27.
That's really good. So how I imagine this is like you peel out with your mind and sort of your arcana. It's almost like you've just stared directly into the sun, right? So like your eyes hurt on both the material and ethereal level. Like that robe of eyes kind of really fucked you over. But you kind of try and slip it. It's like, where you like have one eye half open to not hurt it, because you're like, I don't want to let too much light in. You kind of try and squeeze that open, just as you let but like on a magic level rather than a pure visual level. So looking into the ethereal plane as you let magic kind of seep out around you, almost like a sonar ping to feel for the obstructions. The pillar is no longer there in the center of the room. It is a straight shot over that gap, if they could make the swim. And that's where the water's coming in from.
Okay, I'll relay
So before when you said they could feel it moving, you literally meant the tower was moving?
Yeah,
Throbbing.
the pillar just went.
Gross.
Yeah. It's like a Karu tentacle, only bigger.
Hey.
It's a Karu tentacle on V.
Maybe they've got the ring of the Ultra Sunken King.
Yeah, the super ultra mega sunken king.
The Sunken Emperor.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, I'm just gonna like yell out across the room that the pillar's gone. I'll say you could swim directly across to us. If you think you're up for it.
All right.
And I'll call the dog will like jump back to my side as well.
Yeah, it hears
But,
your
like-
voice and kind of you hear it doggy paddling as the water's rising over to you.
He's like doggy paddling, but he's like walking bipedally, like on his back legs, because he is a medium-sized creature.
Yeah,
He's
so his
huge.
back legs
So
can
he's
still
like
kind
walking
of
on the
just-
bottom,
Yeah,
but he's like tapping his paws on the front, just like yeah.
yeah. Very good.
Confused, but having the best time.
Excellent. Pauly. I'm not sure if you're talking to me. We can't hear you.
Sorry, I had it muted. Pauly is going to do maybe like something like falling from the like thingo. So he's going to try to dodge out of the way before it hits him with acrobatics. Happy to make it obviously disadvantage, but yes.
Yeah, I think that'll be at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything feeling around related, I feel, is probably not subject to that, right? But
25.
25 is still good, even with that disadvantage. So yeah, with the obelisk kind of moving through the room, it's shaking off stalactites. You're hearing the ka-thunk, ka-thunk of large bits of stone. I know you're excited about stalactites, Katie.
Thank you.
These stalactites, no longer holding on tight, plunge into the water, and Pauly, your keen ears, the cloaca that make up your ears, just ready for that change in air pressure, and you jump out of the way, yanking Karu with you to avoid that kathunk.
Yeah.
Yama.
Maybe perhaps I could hear them splashing around, and I'd love to just give them a big, like, quick heave out of the water if I can. Like, I'm just trying to kind of hurry the escape, almost.
So you, as in you're trying to like heave Karu and Pauly, or?
Yeah, so like if I hear them splashing around in the water, I just want to pull them like up over the lip of the pool, maybe.
Yeah, so you reach out to where they are, and like obviously the water's rushing in from this hole in the thing. In fact, all your ears start to pop from the pressure change, and you have to kind of fight against the water burbling up to reach out to try and find Pauly. This will be a disadvantage because you can't see him.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going for an athletics roll.
Yeah.
Using my strength. 10.
Unfortunately not. You're kind of battered by the water and perhaps even lose a bit of your footing and start to, even though there's a lot of pressure coming up there, you're heavy and you maybe start to sink and have to really struggle to get your head back above water. So you're going to take a little bit of damage as well. Just 7 damage for Yama.
7.
As you splash about and struggle to, keep water from going into your lungs. Karu, and then Cillian's on deck.
Use athletics. I'm not sure now.
Yes, you can't use what someone has just used, unfortunately.
That's fine. No, that's fair.
But yeah, eventually you're able to kind of brush up against Yama, perhaps, and you describe it to me if it's that you're trying to overcome, or whether it's the next thing. Obviously, the floor's open to how you want to describe it.
The water is like moving quite rapidly at the moment.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. Is this a stretch to say to use a nature check to recall information about like the most effective way to say fight a rip or get out of a rip? So like the effective way to like move with the water when it is doing something like this in an effort to get us further out of the cave. Like find the current, I guess.
I'll accept that. Yeah, I definitely accept nature or even survival for something like that for sure. I think knowing how water moves and how, especially underwater tunnels, you probably swam through your entire life. Those are pitch black. Feeling those currents, sure.
Yeah, because I read what nature was before I asked, and it's like measures your ability to recall lore about terrain, plants, animals, weather, nature cycles. I was like, that's kind of like water terrain.
Yeah, for sure. That is your element.
Is it disadvantage?
I think not, because it's especially in the flow of water, you can't see it anyway, right? It's all by feel. What? I'm in my element and I'm doing a terrible job. I failed both times. Yeah. That is 3 failures. As you and Pauly, you think, okay, this is like a rip. What perhaps you don't take into account is, the fact that there is this water, this air above, the water's moving differently as air is kind of running out. You perhaps dive in going, I need to get under the rip, and drag Pauly with you. But Pauly's kind of plunged underwater now, kicking and screaming, talons ripping at you a little bit as he perhaps struggles a bit too much, not knowing your plan, right? So we'll give you a little bit of damage there too. 12 damage. Oh, Pauly got sharp talons.
Wait, calm down.
But you're able to kind of eventually wrestle him into submission, and you bump into the form of Yama, perhaps, and are able to kind of be hauled out of this pit. Cillian.
Plan on. What do we use? Nature, athletics, and acrobatics?
Mm-hmm.
I want to use my... Can I make a history check to try and recall the last time this happened to me, because I've had this stupid cloak for a while. And what I did to, if there was anything I could have done back then to remedy the effects faster of the blindness.
History is not things that have happened to you. History is historical events.
Yeah, I wanted to use my own history and hope that it was historical. Okay. I want to use...
Because you actually have an excellent memory. I'm pretty sure you just remember things. That's...
Yeah, I know.
You just try to set up an auto succeed. I see you.
Yeah, I have a +9 on that as well.
I see you with my robe of eyes.
I will use my investigation, because it hasn't been used on this round.
Yeah.
And I want to just breathe for a second and feel out the water moving around me from where I know where my friends were.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other ripples coming from other directions?
Yeah. Yeah, good. I like that. It's going to be a disadvantage because it's without sight, sight that you've become very reliant on. But a 24, even with disadvantage, that is definitely a success. So you kind of think out, you've mapped the room, you remembered what it looked like, you were looking all around you, so you had a very good sense of spatial awareness. And you feel perhaps someone coming close, and at first you reach out going like, yep, we need to grab everyone by the hand. You know, you've got one hand holding with the Dao, with the Jinn. You go to reach out and then realize that's not Pauly, Karu, and Yama. It's coming from the wrong side, right? It's coming from the wrong direction. It's one of the cultists. And you're able to kind of command the dog perhaps, or let off a Toll the Dead, or whatever it is you would like to do in this instant to kind of melt them and clear the path for your allies.
I'll let off and Toll the Dead.
Yeah. So with that, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes, but unfortunately 3 failures. The 4 of you all get close and kind of hold hands. I mean, Karu and Pauly are already holding hands, which is cute. And Yama, you're able to kind of grab hold. You all grab hold of, there's sort of a chain circle as you all feel yourselves, perhaps all of you but Yama are starting to float up towards the surface. And Yama keeps having to jump off the bottom of the cave to like stay within reach and not drag you down. Cillian, what do you say to the Jinn?
As long as everyone is like holding on, I'm going to say to the Jinn, do it.
Mm-hmm.
Get us back to the ship.
She nods, and everyone who's holding hands, including the dog's put his paw on your leg. You feel a ripple through you, through all of you, as all of a sudden you are not here. You are not submerged in water anymore. You can hear what sounds like the bustling of a city. Your ears pop again as the pressure differentiates, and you feel kind of water splashing around you. A couple of people are like, hey, what the hell? And then the last thing you hear before you pop again is Lady of Pain issues new decree. Eric, get your daily, Lady of Pain. And then bam, you feel rain upon you again, and you feel wood beneath your feet, and you're on the slick docks of Meribottom.
I was gonna say the city. What the fuck? How we end up in a city? And then I guess we'll say
it's Lady of Pain.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do I'm gonna yell out to do a head count. Is everyone here?
Present.
You get like a tentacle like pat on the head.
All right. And we're like, what about my dog? Where's the dog?
The dog also gets a pat. Oh wait, no, your dog's here. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, cool. All right, we're good. I'll look to where I think the Jinn is. Is the Jinn still there?
No.
Yeah. I'm like, well, she's gone. I'll just say audibly, thank you for your help, and hope that it gets the message.
Sure. Do you want to give me some con saves this time with Yama's excellent boost?
How much is the boost?
+3.
Oh, hell yeah.
27.
Oh, that is 21.
Wait, I clicked
Jesus.
the wrong
It's a
thing.
con save, not a charisma save, Pauly.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Oh, no, I did,
16.
Not as good.
No, I didn't. That's
15.
Yama.
24.
27. Okay, no.
So Karu, Cillian, you get your vision back. It takes a few moments to kind of, do you rub your eyes? Are you kind of like a squinter? What's the...
Just blink furiously.
Yeah.
Until I can
Cillian.
see again.
Yeah, Cillian's just gonna hold his eyes closed for like a few moments.
Pauly
just
still
until the
can't
pain
see.
Sort
He's
of
just-
subsides. And then open them.
Karu, you grab some of that salt water from below the docks. You got that extra reach. Just kind of splash that into your eyes a bit more, washing out the vision, washing out the light. And
I think I do that to everybody, which means for like Pauly and potentially Yama, they're just like, ah.
Yeah. Very good.
Oh, you're on mute, Cait.
Damn it, eating snacks. I was just saying, and I'm making this like weird gesture, and you guys have no idea what I'm saying. I was just saying that Yama and Pauly are probably just like bumping into each other, like, oh,
Yep.
what the hell?
So you're down at the docks near your ship, right next to your ship, right next to the gangplank of the sloop. I think it was a schooner.
It was a sloop. It was a sloop.
The ETC percentage, which is the EMS, the Emerald Merchant Ship percentage, EMS percentage, that you sailed on here. The rain is sort of trickled to a drizzle. You can kind of you're starting to see a little bit of sunlight come through the clouds. Cillian and Karu, behind you can see the smooth sailing in. Further up at one of the other docks, you can see the group of sailors from the Emerald Trading Company, or the mercenaries. They've got their ship unmoored and are starting to head out into the swell. Emerging is sort of this. What am I going to say? Almost like a big wave starts to emerge on the horizon somewhat, and then bursting forth. Actually, the two of you give me perception checks. Now that you have vision.
Wow. Dirty 20.
Ooh.
Died. Even with
God
the
damn
advantage.
it.
Cillian, perhaps you're still, checking your cloak, and it's taking you just a little bit longer for things to fade into view, because you're trying to recover sight on the ethereal plane and the material at the same time. It takes maybe a little bit longer. Karu, you instantly realize that despite, even though the sun's coming out, the lighthouse is dark. The lighthouse
Okay,
has gone dark.
I immediately point that out to Cillian. And to Yama and Pauly, because I've just not clicked that they can't see. I'm just like, look over there.
Huh? And Pauly looks the exact opposite way.
Right. The lighthouse is off.
I'm gonna look at the lighthouse, and I'm gonna look at the ship that's getting ready to leave port.
Mhm.
And do I notice anything out beyond the ship in the swell?
Yeah, you see a big swell start to form and break the surface, and a lighthouse emerges from the surface of the water. But then you realize it is not a lighthouse. It is a creature. The light on the end of that obelisk is actually an antenna. And a massive creature below that antenna emerges forth in the water, and tentacles spring up in the ocean. And
Hells yeah.
Also,
we
do I
all level up.
recall? Do I recall where the Lady of Pain will have been mentioned in my travels around Aurora?
That would be a history check.
Just covering all my bases. 13.
You haven't heard of any Lady of Pain in Aurora? But you have heard of one in the City of Brass.
Oh.
The City of Brass.
What does Cillian know about the City of Brass? You tell me.
Not much. You would have passed through, maybe. Mainly because I myself don't know very much about the City of Brass.
The City of Brass sits at the center of Sigil, which is a city at the crossroads of the multiverse, effectively.
Ooh.
It is a city inside a toroid, inside a donut, that has portals to every other realm. So you guys are on Toril, which is sort of, Faerun, but then there's Greyhawk, there's Spelljammer, there's all sorts of other things. It's kind of like in the center of all of that. It sits outside of the Hells, it has different gods, etc. It's sort of like a...
So with my teleporting around and being able to know how to knowing of plane shifting and having traveled through multiple places, I know somewhat of it.
Yeah, it's not like it's one step further than going from the Abyss or the Hells to our world and to the Feywild, right? Because they're all still in your alignment. They're all still parts of Toril.
Yeah, they're part of our flat Earth discs.
Correct.
Faerun is flat Earth.
That's the equivalent of stepping out. This is like, if you watch Loki, it's like going out to the world between worlds.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just utter like, that's interesting. Okay.
And do you want to describe? Well, I guess I can describe for those of you who can see. You see the ship, the brig of the merchants heading out, and as it attempts to head out, multiple tentacles spring forth from the ocean, and start battering the ship. And
our ship?
No, the brig that
Matthias.
The Matthias.
Oh, yeah.
I think Karu, just like under his breath, is like, duh.
And with your dirty 20, Karu, I think you see fishmen, perhaps even coated in oil or tar, making them black, difficult to see in this sort of fading light, starting to climb the webbing on the sides of the ship, climbing up the sides and starting to swarm the decks. And with that mental image is probably where we'll end it tonight.
Far out.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
So on this new map, you can zoom out and you can see everything I've just described to you.
Cillian was definitely thinking of where the fuck did we end up? Because I might just say, we need to get the fuck out of here, and then start drawing a circle on the ground.
Oh my god, I was so zoomed in, I didn't even notice the freaking...
The
enemy.
Lighthouse anglerfish.
That's wild.
So, next session, if you decide to jump in your sloop and get on out there, we're going to have some naval combat. So if that is something that you think your party wants to do, perhaps read up on the naval combat rules from Lemithron. If you get out there soon enough, you might even have a brig helping you in the fight. Of course, you can leave them to their fate because they did not offer to pay you for your help, and therefore should not receive help for free, perhaps. But
we deserve their ship if we save them.
But for the first, maybe minute or two, well, I guess after a minute or so, the blindness will wear off. So by the time you set out, I think we'll probably have some unblindness. But that was a fun little moment, so I like that.
That was awesome.
And I got to work the word throbbing in there, which we all thoroughly enjoyed.
We did.
Quite
we
a few
noticed.
times.
Yeah. Cool. So what do we think? What's the plan? Do we have a plan, team? What's going to happen next week?
I still want to see if we can help, personally.
The town.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if the lighthouse lights turned off, obviously that was the anglerfish's doobie, and the column was the shaft. Sorry.
Didn't want to make that gesture one more time.
No. Thank you. Oh, big fleshy column. Oh, what am I gonna do with that?
Roll for size.
I don't know. Like, I don't think if the fish is out there, it's not going to be bothering the townsfolk.
We could leave and come back.
We could get a ship and fight the fish. Maybe.
We'll talk about it between sessions then. I guess we'll wrap it up there. Thank you very much for all of you four at my table for solving my anglerfish puzzle, at least the first stage of it, by shooting it with a fireball and waking him up.
Nice.
I was trying to be careful. I was like, maybe I won't hit anyone and hurt my friends, and then I was like, you know what? With help from Karu, with a bit of encouragement to just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I kind of regret it.
Maybe don't listen to Karu.
I have grievances to air with myself.
Look, Cillian hasn't seen how Karu does in a fight, which is unconscious a lot of the time. So Cillian's got a lot of faith in Karu.
Yeah, so far he thinks Karu is incredibly capable.
Yeah, he does. He really does.
You've just seen him on a good day.
Exactly. I think Josh, Cait, Niall, thank you for all the subs. Hopefully we'll get Niall back. I mean, Niall said he sold your ship to the Golden Guardians because they believed it was his ship. That is my headcanon. Perhaps he'll have stolen something off your ship. Perhaps if you've left any valuables on the ship that are pocket-sized, like any steak knives. He has a thing for steak knives, so he's probably taken one of those.
Beautiful, okay.
Oh, I haven't been on the ship yet, so my steak knife is with me.
Oh, so lucky. We'll end there. I'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.